Good evening, everyone. Okay, please confirm if you can hear me now. Okay. All right. Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. How was service? Hope we are fine and hope we are ready for today's class. Okay, so before we dive into today's class, can anyone just type a summary of what he or she learnt yesterday? Then we talked about an introduction to Google Workspace and a little bit of the meal. So just type in what you learned, what you understood before I go on. Okay. Gift says I spoke about Gmail. Anyone else? Does anyone else want to share what he or she learned from yesterday's class? Okay, Samson says Google Sheets and Google Form. Okay. Anyone else? Is it just the people that were in yesterday's class? Most of us are not responding to my question. Okay, so today we are going to be looking at part of Gmail and then Google Documents. So that's what we are going to be looking at today. So I hope we are. I hope we are ready. Okay, all right. Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Uh, so today we'll be starting with Gmail essentials for productivity. Gmail essentials for productivity. So first, getting started, creating and signing in. So first, to start with your Gmail, yes, you have to create an account with your name, have your username, your password, and then you sign in. So next up is to compose your mail, entering your recipient's mail into, adding your subject and writing the message, and then you click send. So I will open up my Gmail so that we can see what it entails in composing your email. And now I know that a lot of us see what we call CC and BCC in our emails, right? We all see that whenever we want to type in our recipient's email. Is that right? So CC, like we always see in our mail, and for BCC, we see that it means CC means carbon copy. Now, carbon copy means to send a visible copy of the mail to others so that everyone can see. It means that, oh, you're as you're sending this mail to up to like four persons, you're copying four persons at the same time. So these four persons you're sending the mail to can are seeing that you sent to number one, you sent to number two, you sent to number three, you sent to number four, right? So you're sending the same message to four different persons. That's what it means. And then BCC means blind carbon copy. Sending a hidden copy, others can't see who you added. So, for instance, you're sending a mail as a virtual assistant, you're sending a mail to probably your boss instructs you to send a mail to a client, for instance, and then by the time you have constructed it, you copy your client's mail, right? And then for the BCC, you now add your boss's mail. So even when the client receives the mail, he does not know, or he does not know that you blind copied your boss. You get, so that's just what it means, the CC and the BCC. So it's very important that we also have this in mind. And then in composing your email, we have the attachments, that paperclip icon, to attach files from your Google Drive. So you see why I was saying yesterday that in the Google Workspace, the apps are like they are in sync. They work together, they work hand in hand. Then we also have formatting, teaching how to bold text, add bullets, insert links, or create a professional signature. Then we have scheduling and confidential mode. You can learn how to schedule emails to send later or set it in confidential mode to protect sensitive emails. So probably you want to send a mail, you have like constructed a mail and you're not ready to send it yet. Maybe you want to send it like tomorrow morning. With your Gmail, you can schedule to send your mail the next day or whenever you want to do it. So I'll just open up my mail, and then I'll just explain some things from there. Okay, so please just confirm if you can see the mail. Okay, thank you so much, Victor. Okay, so um we want to compose a mail, right? This is the recipients area. You're saying two. Now when I touch it, it's showing select contacts. It's showing select contacts. And then here we have our CC. Then here we have add BCC, which is the blind carbon copy. So let me say, okay, so this is it. And then here is our subject, right? So to CC and BCC, and then our subject. So one difference between sending a mail on your system and your on from your phone is that I think the system Your laptop rather has more features when you want to send a mail than your phone. You know, yesterday I talked about labeling in in the mail, and I don't know if it's just me, but from my phone I can't really add labels, but on the system I'm able to do that. I'm able to do that. Okay, so let's say okay. So here we see the fonts. What kind of fonts do you want to use? We have different types of fonts, so it just depends on the one you want to use. So let me say I want to type request for meeting. Request for meeting, and I've highlighted it so I can change. Okay, okay, so let me type dear divine, for instance. So let me highlight it now and then choose let me choose white. We see that it has changed, right? It has even made it bold. Then probably I want to use Verdana. We see how it looks like. Then here you can increase the size of your text to any how you want it to be. If you want it to be large, if you want it to be huge, you can increase it, right? And then here is your bold icon, italic, underline, text color. See, so now the text color, we have the background color and we have text color. So let's say I want my text color to be this purple. I hope we can see what I'm doing. I hope I'm not too fast. Can we see this? Okay. Okay, so I just had to make it bold so that we would see it very well. So this is just the height. This is huge. So yes, text color. Maybe I want to change it to yellow. See, it has changed to yellow. So anyhow you want to do it based on your own discretion, right? And then we now have our background color. It's already ticked that yes, the background is white. Whenever you want to send email, the background is always white. So what if we want to make it blue? So let me say I want to type I hope this email. Okay, you can see that it has already like added something for me. That is if I want to go with that. So I hope this email, I hope this email finds well. So because I highlighted it and then I chose blue, that's why it's looking like this. Okay, so let's highlight again and choose another text color. This is green. This is purple. So it depends on any color that you want to, choose while sending your mail. But we all know that it's more like professional and all when using white as your background color. Okay, so here We have the alignment, anyhow you want to. When you type in your mail, you see where you can align, if you want it to be in the middle, if you want it to be by the right, or if you want it to be by the left. And then we have numbers. If you're making a list of something in your mail, we have numbers to help you out. We have number one. Let me say number one can be project. And once you just press enter, the next number comes up, which is number two. We also have our bullet points. We have our bullet, yes, to also help us. Our bullet list is there. We have our quotes. We want to quote something, and then if you want to strike through a message and all that and all that. So here, this pin, we see that we can get to attach any file that we want from our PC, right? Then here is, if we want to insert a link, for instance, we can type it. Okay, so if you're to send a mail, okay, let's still use the virtual assistant working with her boss and his fellow employees. So he wants to set up a meeting, right? He wants to set up a meeting using Google Meet. You know, you can get the link of Google Meet, like you can get it beforehand. So you can just come here to maybe type the heading of what the meeting is all about, and then just paste the link here to, send to people, right? You can also insert emoji. You can insert emoji here, rolling on the floor laughing. It even gives you the names of the different emojis. Can we see this? It gives us the names of the different emojis that we want to use. Okay, so depending on what you want, right? Then you can insert files through your drive. Like I said before, Google Workspace, the apps are always working together. So you can just, as long as any file you want to send has been uploaded to your drive before, you can always access it from your drive. There is an icon there in your mail to insert any file you want. And then you can also add pictures. You can also insert photos. Then now you can make, I talked about confidential mode. So it says recipients won't have the option to forward, copy, print, or download this mail. So probably what you're sending is like it is put here confidential. Whoever you're sending it to cannot forward the mail, cannot copy it, cannot even print or download whatever you're sending, right? So you can set the expiry date. Do you want it to expire in 1 week? Do you want it to be a 1 day thing? Do you want it to be for 1 month, 3 years? And there's even an option for 5 years. So depending on what you want to do. So you can require passcode probably before the person gets to view what you want to send. He or she has to, okay, all passcodes will be generated by Google. So Google can set up a passcode for you, right? Then here you can insert your signature. You can insert your signature here. I think on the phone, the signature is just for you to like put your name, and that's all it entails. But I think that can be done through the settings. In the settings, you can add your signature there. Then we have for more options. We have the label. So see what I was talking about, the label. We have social updates, forums, and promotions. These are already inbuilt in the app. So let's say you want to create a new label, for instance, and you want to put it as meetings. So you can choose to label it under something if you want, or you just leave it like this, and then you create your new label. So by the time you choose label again, you see that maybe any message you're sending about meeting, maybe your boss instructs you to set up a meeting with this person or a group of people, you can just put that whole every mail that you're composing to be under meetings. So that's just it. And then here, set up a time to meet. You can create a booking page, propose times when you're free, create an event if you want. So maybe your boss has a okay. So see that we can also put up a meeting here, the time zone, what time is the meeting starting, what time would it end, add guests. You have to send an invite to probably 10 persons. You can get their mail and just add it here. Would it be on Google Meet or would it be physical? That's why we have the location here. And then we have our description. What does the event entail, right? And all that. And then you just save. So by the time you save, the each guest that you have added would receive, I think they would receive a mail. Yes, to receive a mail concerning the event type. Do we understand? So I hope we are following. Okay, so that's what it entails for um, composing a mail. So this is just a draft. Is there anything anyone does not understand from this whole explanation before I move on? Okay. Okay, so um okay, so this was where I stopped, scheduling and confidential one. So I just took us through the part two, the second part, which is composing and managing emails. Well, you can use a mobile phone for the, but like I said earlier, the system, or rather the laptop, kind of has more features, most especially when it comes with the labels. But then you can still use your phone to send emails. Everything, the CC, the BCC, attachments, formatting, scheduling of mails and confidential mode, they are all imputed in your mobile device if you're using your phone. So you can still make use of your phone to send mails. Yes. So we have inbox organization, we have tabs. Gmail automatically sorts emails into primary, social, promotions, and updates, just like I showed us earlier. Then labels, similar to folders but more flexible. You can tag one email with multiple labels, for example, work, right? So you can create as much labels as you want, depending on the title, depending on what you're using it for. Then starring message, just like how we have on WhatsApp, when you want to star an important message, mark important emails with a star for quick access. So whenever you start an email, it will, like when you open the app, it will reflect, like it will be like a drop down of emails. That will be the first thing you see, instead of you going to promotions or going to updates. You just see it on your screen because it's starred. Then we have archiving versus deleting. Archiving removes emails from the inbox but keeps them for later, and then delete sends them to trash. Then under inbox organization, you can mark your mail as read or unread, useful for tracking which email needs attention. And then the fourth essential thing of the Gmail is integration with Google Workspace. Like I said earlier, the apps always, like, there's always something that is linking them together. So we have our Google Calendar. So from your email, you can create an event in calendar. Example, schedule a meeting, just like how I showed us before. We have Google Meet, start or join video calls directly from the Gmail sidebar. This can be seen in your phone. Then we have Google Drive. You can attach files directly from your drive without downloading. So any file you need to send from your mail, as long as you have uploaded your file in your drive, you can attach it. You can just attach it from your Google Mail. So this integration with Workspace, it makes everything easy for you. You can schedule your meeting, you can start video calls, you can send files from your drive. This shows how this makes your work so easy, right? It makes the work so flexible. It just shows how each and every app in the Google Workspace is very, very important. They are all important and they cannot stand alone. That is why they need one another to help. Then we have the settings and customization. The signature, you can add the professional clothing with your name, role, and contact info. So one thing about the signature is that once you have added it to your settings, any mail you send at all, the signature like is permanently in your it's permanently there when you want to send a mail, right? Your When you add your name, maybe Divine, virtual assistant, and probably your phone number, it's automatically there when you want to compose a mail. So you don't need to start typing it all over again. It has already been saved, right? Then we have the theme and layout. You can change your inbox background. You can choose your layout, default, important first, unread first, priority inbox. When you go through the settings, you will see all these things there. And then multiple accounts, you can have more than one account, you can have more than two accounts, more than three accounts. You can add and switch between several Gmail accounts without signing out. This is one very sweet thing about Gmail. You don't need to sign in and sign out and all that. Every single mail that you create is there. Then we have the security and privacy. Two-step verification add extra protection by requiring a phone code after password. This can be seen in the settings. You can block unwanted mails, and you can add a phone number and recovery email to reset password if forgotten. So Gmail is here to help you. to make things easier for you. Something can happen, you know, you may have forgotten your password. So that is why they now made it okay. Let us add recovery email. It can be one of those emails that you have, or let us make it that this person can add a recovery phone number. This is just to help you so that you don't end up losing that important email that has a whole lot of information there. So these are the essential things for productivity in your Gmail. So do we understand it? Because we'll be entering Google Documents. Okay. So Google Documents. What is Google Docs? Google Docs is a free web-based word processing application developed by Google. It's part of the Google Workspace, which was formerly known as G Suite, and also available to anyone with a Google account. So as long as you have a Google account, you can have access to Google Docs. It is a cloud-based document editor that lets you create, edit, and format text documents online. So as long as you have your data, you can create, you can edit, you can format your documents. I'll be taking us through the Google Documents. I'll open the app soon. So, key features of Google Docs. The first is real time collaboration. Multiple people can work on the same document at once. Remember, okay, we'll look at sharing. Then next is auto save. Changes are saved automatically to Google Drive. Accessibility, you can work on your computer, on your tablet, or on your mobile. So, like I explained yesterday, if you create a document on your phone while your data is on, and probably your system is not on at that time, maybe later on you put on your system, right? Later on you put on your system, you will see that what you did on your phone will automatically reflect on your system. Every single thing will reflect there. So you don't need to start looking for how to share the documents from your phone to your laptop. So this is the ease that comes with it. This is the accessibility that comes with it. Then version history, you can track edits. You can see who made changes and restore old versions. Sharing options, you can share with others via link or email with customizable permissions. So you can share with people, you can either send it as a link or you can add their mails and with customizable permissions. Then we have integration. Work seamlessly with other apps like Google Sheets, Google Slides, Drive, and Gmail. So like I said before, these apps don't work alone. These apps don't work alone. Okay. So now the next thing is, how does Google Docs help you as a virtual assistant? How does this make your work more easy as a virtual assistant? The first one is collaboration with clients. Clients have done this, you have done that. That's why we have sharing. When I talked about it here, the fifth option, sharing options, you can manage as using it. Another way Google Docs can help you as a virtual assistant is that you can access easy access and portability. You can access these files anywhere, like I explained before, on your laptop, on your phone, or on your tablet. It also works offline while you have enabled it. So if you do a work, you have done it, you have saved it, you can enable offline mode, just like how it is in Google Drive, so that whenever you need to come at it again, you don't need to put on your data. You can just go through this document because you have enabled offline mode. And then the third reason is permission and security. You can control who views your work, who comments on it, who edits the documents. And then we are seeing integration with other tools again. So you can link your document with your Google Sheets, with Calendar, with Gmail, and with Drive. It saves time moving between apps. And one very interesting thing about Google Docs is the templates. They are pre-designed documents, pre-designed templates in your Google Docs that you can customize. So if probably you don't want to start from scratch, there are formats in Google Docs which you can use, and you can just edit it to help you out, right? So here we have Google Docs essential for productivity. The first, creating and managing documents. How to create a new document, naming, organizing, and saving documents in Google Drive, setting up folders for clients or projects. Oh, I don't know what happened. Can you see it now? Can you see the screen? Oh my god. What exactly is happening? Okay, sorry. Let me share it again. Okay, can you see it now? Okay. So I saw that setting up folders for clients or projects. Then we have formatting and editing. So in Google Docs, you get to format your text anyhow you want your fonts to be, your colors, your styles, your heading. We have paragraph, alignment, spacing, and bullet points. You can insert images in Google Docs. You can insert tables. You can insert links, and you can insert drawings. Now, another essential thing tool for productivity in Google Docs is the collaboration tool, real-time editing with clients or teams, adding of comments and suggestions, using the suggestion mode for edits, and you can also tag people in with mentions in Google Docs. We have sharing and permissions. You can share via your link or email, the permission settings, managing access for different collaborators. I talked about the pre-designed templates, types of templates useful for virtual assistants. I would run us through the document so that we can see all it entails. Then we have integration, is still coming again, Google Drive, Sheets, slides, and forms. Okay, so I'll just share my screen for Google Docs so that we can see it together. Okay, so please just confirm if you can see this. If you can see the Google Docs, just confirm. Okay. So this is how the Google Docs looks like. You'll see that when I click here, I can access Google Sheets, Google Slides, videos, and also Google Forms, and then we see Google Drive here. So what I talked about the templates, right? Now in Google Docs, there are a lot of templates that you can use. We have CV, templates for CV. There are up to 5 different templates for CV with different font style. We have for letters, 5 different templates for letters. Then we have this one, they named it personal. This is for recipe. This is for a pet resume. Okay. And then we have for work, where we can see project proposal, meeting notes, onboarding notes, broker newsletter, process manual. So these are the templates that fall under work. And then we have for sales, we have for education, be it an essay or a report, class notes, lesson plan. So we are seeing that there are a whole lot of templates here. So let me say I want to let me just open one. Okay, let me say I want to open for meeting notes. Let's just see how the template looks like. So can we see this? Okay. Okay, so this is the template I just opened. Annual board meeting. You can see the title here, the date, the attendees, the agenda. So if you want to use any of the templates of your choice, you can just pick one and edit it the way you want it to be, right? So this is what we are working with. We have the file option to create a new document, to open, to make a copy. Now this next one now is to share. You want to share your mail, your documents to others, with others. You get to share your mail with others. So what you need to do is to type the person's email, and now see my name here is showing that I'm the owner, and then general access shows restricted. So it's restricted because only people with access can open the link, or you can make it anyone with the link at all. So if you send the link, any person that has the link has access to view your work. So because the person has access to view your work, do you want them to be a viewer just to view it? That means they don't have access to comment, they don't have access to edit the work. And then we have commenter. The person's role is strictly to comment. And then we have the editor. The person's role is strictly to edit the document with you. So on that file, we have email. So you can email this file from here. So one thing I still want us to understand is that the way we are seeing the document on this laptop, it's still different from the way it is on the phone, right? The features on the laptop are more better or more advanced than what is on the phone. Now on the system, you see that you can email this file, you can send it straight to your mail. You can send it straight to your mail. Then you can download it. Do you want to download it as Microsoft Word, open documents format, PDF, a whole lot of options for you. Then renaming your documents, moving it. Now we are seeing another one, adding a shortcut to Drive. You can add it as a shortcut to Drive. You can choose to trash it if you don't, if you no longer need it, right? Then version history. Then you can choose to make it available offline. So if your data is not on, you can still access these documents. And then when it comes to editing, we just have the undo, redo, cut, copy, paste, paste without formatting, you know. And then we have view, comments. You can expand the comments, minimize comments, hide comments. And then we have the insert format. You can add image. Now this adding image also has its own options. Either you upload from your computer, or you search it from the web, or you add it from your Google Drive, or from photos, or from camera, or from the link. So anywhere you want to upload your image from, these are the options it's giving you. So let's say we want to search the web. Let's say we want to, what should we search for? Someone should suggest something. What should we search for? The attendance link will be sent soon. So someone should suggest what kind of image should I add, because I just want to show us how we can search the web for images. So just suggest what we can look for. Picture of a board meeting. Okay, let me see if that would show. Picture of a board meeting. Okay, very nice suggestion. Thank you. So, as I've searched for it, there are a whole lot of pictures of a board meeting that are just showing up, showing up. So it depends on what I want to use. So let's say I want to use this one. Then I click on insert. We see that it has added. Can we see it? Can we see this? Okay. So we see that you can add any picture you want. So before we go on, I would send the attendance link for us. So we just have like 4 minutes or so to fill in our attendance. I've pinned it, so let's just go ahead and fill in the attendance. Please, once you're done filling the attendance, just type done in the comment section. I'm waiting for us to be done because I want to continue. That's why I'm not saying anything. But I think I'll just go ahead now. Okay, so I showed us how we can actually like add a picture from the web. We don't need to go and browse it and then download it and then come back and add it to Google Documents. Okay. So we can add tables. We can add tables. You can add tables if you want. You can add tables, meeting notes, email drafts. The thing is, there's a whole lot in Google Documents. We will not be able to cover everything in one day, but the important thing is that you get to practice and you get to practice and you get to practice, right? You can add dates, people, file, calendar, events. Like there's a whole lot in Google Documents, like a whole lot. You can add drawings, you can add charts. Now on that chart we have bar, we have column, we have line, we have Pie. Okay. So hear this again. Please confirm if you can see this and if you're hearing me properly. Okay, so as I was just showing us about the Google documents, right? In the insert side, you can add symbols, emojis, special character. I talked about the charts, bar, column, line, pie. You can even add from sheets. That's if you have a database you want to add to Google Documents. You can add it from here. So let's say you want to add okay. So this is the bar that the chart that was added. I'm trying to see how I can increase the space for us to see. Don't know if it entered there. Okay, so can we see this? Can we, if you can see this, just let me know. Okay, so this is a chart that has been added. This is a chart that has been added, right? So there's a whole lot you can do with your Google document. A whole lot, a whole lot. You can also format it, paragraph style, aligning, lines, columns. Your header and footer is here. You can add your page numbers, image, border lines. Like there's so much in this Google documents. It's very powerful. You can count your words, spelling and grammar, citation. Now this e-signature is premium, so you have to be on premium. Okay, sorry everyone. I had some issues with my network. Please just confirm if you can hear me. Please can you hear me? Can you see the screen? Okay, sorry. We'll soon be done. Sorry for that. So I was saying comments can be added on Google Documents. So there's a whole lot involved in this app. Like there's a whole lot, right? So it's just for us to practice and get familiar with every single thing that is here. And I and Mr. David, we are here to hold your hands. We are here to help you out. We are here to see that each and every one of us is thriving. Each and every one of us is actually getting this right. So let me share this screen. Okay. So another thing is technology should enable you to focus on higher value work, not drown you in busy work. So tools like Google Workspace help virtual assistants automate the repetitive, streamline collaboration, and ultimately deliver more impact for their clients. This was said by Chris Dancy, who is a technologist and productivity consultant. So this is why we have Google Space, to help our work to be more easier. The thing is, once you get to understand how all this app works, like it will make your work, it will make you do your work with so much ease, and you'll be able to deliver your work, you know, on time, right? And then another thing is, your value isn't just in completing tasks, it's in making your client's life easier, their business run smoother, and their goals to. Okay, sorry guys, my network is disturbing this night, but I just wanted to appreciate everyone for being present in day two. Assignments to be sent soon, maybe tomorrow morning, for us to practice. So can you hear me? Can you see my screen? Please, can anyone see me? Okay, so we have come to the end of week three, day two's class. Assignments to be sent. And if you're having any issues at all, if you're having any difficulty, please don't don't relax. Reach out to either me or Mr. David, and we will help you wherever you're having issues. So thank you so much for your time. We will see in our group. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night and have a wonderful week ahead.